Hello everyone and welcome to another video for chat application course. In this video I'm going to add remaining modules for Vuex, and I'm going to start with creating the first one, which it is conversation. We need namespace to be true, so const namespace to be true, and of course we need a state. And here I'm going to add multiple states related to conversations, which the first one is conversation dialog, which it is a object, and here in this object we're going to add multiple states or properties which we're going to use them for our dialog. And the first one is dialog status, which with this one we can simply show or hide conversation dialog. Next one is loading status, then conversation channel, and of course conversation data. Next one is conversations, which we're going to specify an empty array for this property, conversation loading. It's also, we're going to specify this to false. And the next one is group dialog. We're going to use this one to simply show a dialog to create a conversation, group conversation. Going to set this to false, and we're also going to add loading status and set this to false. Next thing is I'm going to add mutations, and for this video I'm going to add all mutations for this module and all remaining modules, but I'm going to keep them empty and I'm going to complete them anytime we was actually doing some actions or anything related to mutations and actions. So first one is show conversation dialog. We need a state and conversation. Next one is close conversation dialog. We need a state. Delete conversation dialog. Push new message. Copy, paste, and here we also need to add message. Then push new conversation. Need a state and conversation. Next one is set create group conversation dialog status. You need a state and a status. And the next one is set main loading status for conversations. We need a state and status for this one. Another one is update conversation list. We need a state and conversation. And the last one is set conversation loading status. State and status. great. Now let's start with adding actions. Export const actions. The first one is show conversation dialog. We need commit and of course conversation. Next one is set. Set conversation. Set actually create group conversation dialog status. We need commit and the status. Set main loading status, commit and the status. Next one is set conversation loading status. We need to commit here and of course the status. Conversation. And the next one is update conversation list. We need to commit and conversations here. Next one is close conversation dialog. We're only going to use commit. Next one is delete conversation. Of course, we're only going to use commit here. Next one is push new message. We're going to use commit, and of course, we need message. And the last one is push new conversation. We need commit and conversation. So let me check, make sure there is no typo here. Everything looks great. We're going to use this module only for conversation or anything is related to conversation. And the next one is app. Need namespace to be true. Export const state UI default UI will be 0. We're going to use this to simply recognize if user is choosing conversation layout or friends layout or both layout in our screens for list of friends and conversations. So we will see the result in future videos. Set UI, we need a state and UI. Export const actions, and here we will add set UI. Commit, and of course we need UI. And this is for app.js. And the last one which we're going to add is friends const namespace to be true, and for a state we're going to add list approved not approved all active list and requests. Next one is send request dialog. We need dialog status and disable friend list, false, and friend loading. This will be also false. So we're going to use this list for a group of buttons, and as you saw in our preview, we've got multiple options to get list of users, and we're going to simply use this to get list of users based on a user status actually, and then we're going to update list of approved, not approved, all or active list or requests based on our API call. So here we're going to add mutations, const mutations, set main loading status, set send request dialog status. We need a state and a status. Remove selected friend state and friend. Update friend list. We need a state and payload. And then for actions, we need set main loading status, commit and the status. PHP Storm is recognizing that I'm already defined this method, and anytime I'm trying to type the method name here or here, it's going to actually complete it. So I'm telling this to make sure I'm not copy pasting or just jumping. And next one is update friend list. We need to commit and payload. Next one is send request dialog status. We need commit and the status. And the last one is remove selected friend. We need commit and friend. So there's no typo, everything looks great. Now let's add these modules to a store. Let's duplicate this and let's change this to app, conversations, and friends. Let's change this to app, and this should be also friends. Now let's add them to modules. App, conversations, and friends. Let's save. Let me check, there's no error here, so let's see the results. Inspect, and in view, in Vuex, load the state. Great, I've got app, I've got conversation, I've got friends, and user is already here from previous videos. So this should be everything we need for our modules. There will be some refactor based on our complete application in next videos. Actually, when the course is completed, we're going to add some refactor to our application for beginner or junior developers, and we're doing our best to actually, when the course is completed, to migrate everything to Vuex, to simply use Vuex for getting list of friends, list of conversations, and anything related to states and properties actually. Alright, so that's it for this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment, and that's it. If you have any question, you can simply ask in comments or just join our website and participate in questions and answers section. So thanks for watching and good luck.